Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the North American Winter Semifinals between the Old Blood and the New Blood, Zenstyle and Puffin. For those of you just joining us, we are in Game 5, Zenstyle having managed to take back a commanding lead against Puffin in the Mage Mirror matchup between Tempo Mage and Freeze Mage in a very quick victory. Will Puffin's Oil Rogue be enough to trump over Zenstyle? Or will Zen finally get to another Grand Championship? Yeah, no greeting coming back from Zenstyle, but you can forgive him for that. He's a bit nervous. Zenstyle definitely with a very powerful aggressive opening hand, both Mana Worms as well as Coin and 2 low-cost spells. With a turn 2 Sorcerer's Apprentice, he could coin into Mana Worm here, get some early aggro going, but it looks like he's going to hold off. Coin can be used to buff that second Mana Worm next turn, so he might just want to kind of keep things where they are. Or that would be the case if Puffin weren't about to clear his board. And honestly, I'd say that this matchup could go either way. The Tempo Mage does have a lot of advantages over Oil Rogue in the fact that it is mostly a countdown game for his opponent. He wants to be able to get him to 0 before Puffin can get rid of all the tools Zen has at his disposal. Else this should kill that SI7 unless he's very unlucky. There we go. But the fact remains that Puffin's Oil Rogue, if it can manage to stay on the board long enough to start hitting Zen with a couple of minions regularly, may stand a solid chance. It's just going to be the matter of taking control and keeping control of that board without falling too low on life. And he's thinking about this Tinkers or maybe an Eviscerate, but honestly, Tinkers would probably be the better play here. He doesn't need burst damage this game as much as he does really need to just keep these Mana Worms and these minions from Zenstyle from growing out of hand. Puffin has already proven himself a very, very potent thinking force in the Hearthstone metagame, even if the decks he plays aren't necessarily the most innovative. We've definitely seen everything from him before, but it's the way he plays it that keeps things interesting for us. Zenstyle gonna get a free Sludge Belcher off of this. He's got to be pretty happy about that, but he's starting to run out of tools to work with. Just a Coin and a Fireball oh, scratch that, there's Antonidas. So if he can get to turn 7, maybe coin into a spell or something like that, Zen will have a Fireball engine up and running. But as I was saying a little bit ago, Puffin has to really think about his life total in this game. One of Oil Rogue's greatest advantages and its greatest weaknesses is the fact that the Rogue itself is going to be such an active force in combat. Having such a powerful weapon in the form of the Tinker's Sharpsword Oil means that Rogue is going to be attacking and also taking for a lot more damage than you would otherwise see. Oh, unstable portal. Is it a Wisp? No, it's Kel'Thuzad. That is a beautiful turn 7 play if he really wants to do it. Kel'Thuzad and maybe a ping, and he's sitting pretty. Puffin does have a couple of tools to remove it at his disposal, but if he uses all his disposal on Kel'Thuzad, he won't have a lot left once Antonidas hits the board. He's gonna have to be very careful about this. Especially considering that once Antonidas does hit the field, Zenstyle's just going to be churning fireballs, and Puffin's already down to 19, whereas Zenstyle hasn't even taken damage yet. Alright, counterspell would be nice, but ultimately it is costing a bit much this turn thanks to Lotheb. But next turn, we will have a possible Kel'Thuzad. Turn 9 Antonidas into counterspell is a possibility, but that would also require the coin, and who knows what he's going to draw from here. Puffin can definitely clear this board though, it's just a matter of what he wants to do with it. He could just Deadly Poison, clear, maybe get some things going, but if he's going to Deadly Poison, may as well sprint. And there's Dr. Boom, and both backstabs and a Blade Flurry. Alright, Puffin definitely with all the board clear he could need for a while, as well as a powerful minion for next turn or turn after that. Alright, Puffin keeping control of the board very well here, but how much longer can he keep it up? Kel'Thuzad is just sitting in the wings for a 3 discounted mana cost. And if he manages to get piloted Shredder and maybe Kel'Thuzad getting another one off that, that's going to be a lot of value for him. Oh, but he's taking a bit of a gamble here. If the thought for... Let's go over what's going through Zenstyle's head here. He knows that Antonidas has to hit the field if he wants to have any chance of taking Puffin out. Because otherwise Puffin is just going to keep steamrolling like this out of control, especially with a Violet Teacher on the board. And that sap really hurts. No more discount from that unstable portal for Kel'Thuzad. He's got to come in through the front door now. There we go. Couple of spells. I mean, a couple of fireballs, thanks to the big old bearded man himself. And now Puffin is sitting in dangerously low health territory, because you figure Zenstyle has 12 damage in hand. Puffin may as well only have 7 health, because if he ever drops below 12, it's over. 13 for that matter, if he chooses to ping on turn 10. But that Antonidas definitely has to go. If he gets another fireball off of this, it's pretty much over. But he also can't just swing for face, because, well, then he's going to be at, what would that be, 14? 1 off lethal. It's not a comfortable place to be. Violet Teacher just churning out the students, though. Nice Thalnos-powered backstab, decides to bring Antonidas down, and Blade Flurry, with a bit of extra spell power behind it, should be able to clear the board. Puffin also has a nice little buffer now against any sort of arcane missiles that may come his way. One's already gone, but when you're living against lethal, you gotta take what you can. And Puffin now going on the offensive with an Eviscerate. Doesn't get a new student from it, but Zenstyle is now on the back foot with only 6 health. Flame Waker into Mirror Image into Fireball into Mirror Image. Sorry about that. Plenty of defenses here, making sure that those students aren't going to be able to do too much to him. Nope.
Nothing can stop me. Nothing.
Zenstyle maybe feeling a bit like Medivh now. He knows that he definitely has a bit of a disadvantage, though. One of his fireballs is gone. Kel'Thuzad may be up, and if he can get him down with those taunts on the board, he'll have a lot more defense. The only problem is, will it be enough?
I am ready to learn.
And it's looking like the answer might be no. These minions dying ahead of time means that Zen's not going to be able to bring them back with Kel'Thuzad. So without some sort of huge board clear for him, this is looking pretty wrapped up for Puffin. But with Ethereal Conjure, you never know what's possible. Frost Nova could possibly save him. Cone of Cold probably won't, let's be honest here. But if he can manage to stop some of the damage... no, this is over. Oh, goodness.
Nothing can stop me.
And Puffin has secured his place in the Grand Finals. Don't worry, Zen, we'll see you around one of these days. I'm sure one of these tournaments you'll make it back to the top, but for now, it's time for the newcomer with a little bit of style here at the end to take his seat at the big tables.
Nothing.
And decides to take the last hit himself. And I'm sure that scream echoes a bit of how Zen's feeling at the moment. But we'll see how it is. Thanks for watching, folks.